Good evening, everybody. How are you this fine evening? Apologies for the late start today. We had a few interface problems, and World of Warcraft wouldn't start up for me, so I've had to reset my interface completely. So that's going to be interesting. I've put some of my add-ons back on, but others I'm not sure about. So we'll have to see how things lie today. We might get a few interesting bits and pieces coming in, but one thing that currently looks good is our load times do seem to be improved, so that's a bonus. I'm just going to go through everything and see if it's actually working correctly. So let's start with the mail, see how this goes. Addy Bags is working, although it's not showing everything, so I'll have to reset these a little bit. What did we have on? We want compact layout. We want to see, what would we like to see? We did have items, and what else have we got? Good evening, Kostok, how are you? Merge free space. Merge unstackables. We're just going through some slight interface reset problems we had. I had to reset my whole interface to get World of Warcraft. Oh, that's a bit loud. Hold on. Yeah, get World of Warcraft working again. Had a few connection problems, but it's kind of working okay at the moment. We're just going to keep going through it and see if we can actually fix this up correctly. We've got a few things that are out of date. We'll need the settings sorting out, so bear with me if I'm not fully got everything doing. But other than that, how are you this evening? I hope all is well. Currently we're looking at 71,000 in the mail, which is really nice. We've got some food and we've got some enchants mainly, which is pretty nice. Anything big in there? 3,000, 4,000. Lavish feasts, those two at 12,000 each. That's good. And everything else is alright. There we go. So that's good. Let's open that up. Hey Pointy Gnome, how are you? And Corvusatis, how are you? Thanks both for stopping by the stream. Right, so there's going to be a few things that are going to be not quite right with my interface, having to be reset, but we'll try and manage our way through it. Right, so that bag's automatically opening isn't normal. Got a load of auctions that are about to expire, like loads. Bit cranky due to insufferable undercutters every day on this round. Oh, that's a shame, Pointy Gnome. It can get a bit when people are heavily doing it. It can be very disheartening, can't it? I know I've had that with enchants every now and again. I'm going to leave these to just expire on their own, because I think they're going to come through probably in the next half an hour quite easily. So what I'll do is we'll just see if we can get everything working. Oh, chat is gone, is it? Gone, it's back. I can see it here. I can see it in my restream. Oh no, just tiny. The one on my stream is quite small. That's the normal size it is. I could put it up a little bit if you're struggling to see it. But I think that's correct. Yes. That one of the crafted items worth 20k. It was the only one with the on the auction house, and somebody posted for 6k, barely 300 more than crafted costs. That doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, unless they've got a fixed price or something like that that is completely out of date, you'd really want something to at least go with the market, as it were. But, you know, Same person on your server, is it? Maybe it's the same person. It's an interesting one. There's not a lot you can do about it when people do that. Ooh, just walked into a wall. You linked that one yesterday. Or was it the same person? Oh, yes, was that the one on the Discord? Yes, I remember you showing that one. Right, this is going to be annoying, the bag opening every time. I'm going to go into my TSM settings, see if I can fix that up somewhere. Oh, here come my expires. There we are. You'd imagine, even if somebody doesn't have TSM, to look on the auction house, check the prices, then base his price accordingly. You would imagine, Pointy Gnome, but not everybody does that. Right, settings. What I want is somewhere in here. Vendoring, no. Auctioning. What I'm looking for is an actual option for the bags to not be opened when I open the auction house. Now I know it was in TSM 3 and I wonder if it's not here. Where have we got? Profiles, that's the profile. No, I don't see the actual option in here. Okay, we'll have to manage that one. That'll be fine. We can turn bags on and off. Please pardon the reworking of things as I go through my interface setups. My Addy bags is reset as well. So I need to see the thing that shows me the free slots. This is here, free slots. What I'd like is that actually expanded, which will be in here somewhere. Compact layout, skin items, be in here. Merge free space, that one. That's the one I want. There we go. And I've got a little sparkly effect that I probably want to disable as well. So let's put my auctions on first. Let's go with these first. Run a post scan. At least we can get these on. That's looking healthy, 944. My gold graph is still looking a bit wrong though, so that's another interesting one. Full of bugs today, but load times seem to be good. So there's one benefit to resetting my interface. Bear Tartar's gone down to 7 gold 90. Not bad, not bad. I mean, I preferred it at 12 gold, but 790 is still way above my average sell price, which is 4 gold. I actually sold, maximum I sold was 41 gold, can you believe? Oh, your graph has gone as well as it, Costa? Okay, so it's not just me. Maybe it's a TSM thing. We'll have to have a further investigation of that another time. I'll run through this lot first. Get all these expires off and back on again. And then we'll do some restocks, I think. So other than the undercuts, how's everything else been today for everyone? All been okay? It does not have include guild bank. Oh, right. If you didn't visit the guild bank, it doesn't get included. Oh, okay. There we are. Bit boring day, but okay. Well, that's alright then, Pointy Gnome. I mean, more interesting is more fun, but sometimes boring is also good. Right, bags off. Run post scan. What else have we got? Otherworldly bag. Been playing outside. Ingress for the win. Excellent. That does sound like fun. I was outside doing some gardening, which is really nice. Got a little bit of sunshine today, so that was cool. And now we're on to see if we can make some money whilst everything else expires around me. Look at all these yellow text coming up. All this stuff that's expired so far. Now we can post it all on. Started to pour at 8. Oh, okay. So rain, stop, play. Right, next lot. Oh, what was that noise? That was a weird one. All this, look at all this stuff. Loads of stuff.
Inventory is full.
Okay, next lot. Turn the bags off. It's a shame I can't find the setting for that in TSM4. It's going to be slightly annoying. Not too annoying. Oh, Headless Horseman was it? Oh. Sounded good. I like the sound of it. Silver Dragonhawk hatchlings looking quite good at 2,600. Not normally been that price. Hey Jeff Brown, how are you? Do you think if you barely got your enchanter up to 110, is it too late to get all tier 3 enchants and make good profits? Ooh, I don't know. It depends how quickly you can get all the tier 3s. I mean, you don't need all the tier 3s. I still haven't got the stuff from Emerald Nightmare. I can't remember how quickly it took me to get everything though. But I would say at least give it a go. And there's no harm in trying. It all depends on how much time you can invest into it. But if there's nothing else you'd rather do, then certainly give it a go. I mean, I know Legion Enchants will be on the decline over the next few months. Oh, more expires, hold on, there we go. Very much depends on your realm as well. Yes, that's true. Let's do a post scan. Go with those on. Ember silk bag. Not managed to sell one of those yet. Moth, haven't sold one of those. Admiral's hat, haven't sold one of those in a while. Yeah, get all that lot on. Right, okay, there might be some more coming through on the... Yep, there we go. Thought there was some more expires coming in. There's the Mooncloth robe. We'll get that one in. Eternal Mail database error. Try again. Oh, no. Okay, let's go back. I'll come back to that one. Run post scan. It's not taking too long to get everything back on. The main thing is going to be any other little things that I'd set up with my interface that I hadn't realised that are going to be interesting. I haven't put all my add-ons on. Should look at the prices, see if it's worth a Legion Enchants, or just do old school crafting and such. Yeah, I mean, it depends as well. I mean, is it going to be fun for you to go and get the recipes anyway? Because I think they may still have a little bit of mileage. you know, in the future, depending on what kind of enchants people want and what kind of prices things come out at. You never know, because BFA isn't, you know, it's still in alpha yet. You don't know what's going to be the good sellers. So it's always worth. I mean, if you've got nothing else to do, or that's something you'd really like to do, then certainly I'd suggest give it a go. Right, loads of stuff. Get another lot on. Another post scan. But yeah, you should be able to at least work out what the rank 3 prices would be for your server. And then have a look on the Undermine journal and see whether that's a historically normal price. And then take it from there. Server price has been a little weird lately. Have you found that, Morgoth? What in particular have you found weird? Because I found every server seems to be very different. I mean, Pointy Gnome's cookie server seems to be amazing. Prices of Minion Compass just skyrocketed for a few hours last night. Wow, okay, that is weird. You sold 2 for 281k, wow. And now it's down to 130k. Well, grants on those sales. I wonder why. I wonder what caused that. Okay. We're clear on the auctions for now. Let's have a look at my actual auctions themselves. There's still a few more coming off. Let's see if we can manually get rid of these ones. And that last one. And then we'll pick those up. I'm not going to wait for them to come through. Wait a little ways, and then I'll come back on. Nope, not yet. Whilst I'm waiting, let's have a look at this stuff we got at the end of last stream, because we did have a few interesting bits that I want to look and see what's worth selling.
Good day to you.
Right, okay, so what have we got? That's soulbound, so that's better to sell than disenchant. That's soulbound. That's soulbound, I'll vendor sell that one. Now this is market value, a region market of 424. I might put that on. That's got a good region market value of 7,000. Gilded Trousers of Benediction. Whereas that is 1,000. Okay, and this will sell. This will sell. And that, I'll put that on. Jewelry, that looks too cheap really, so we'll sell that one. That's at 627, that might be worth putting on. Although it's an amulet actually. So it's certainly not going to be transmog. Going to vendor that one. Smouldering Heart of Hyperius. That looks like it would be better to disenchant. So I'll disenchant that one. Weapon wise, what have we got? That seems to have a good one. That seems to have a good one. This one, vendor sells quite high, so we'll vendor that one. And this one, 795 seems reasonable. And that one, I'll vendor. And this one, I'll vendor. We got all this from the questing and stuff in Nagrand. And a bow of the quick blade. Region mark is much higher. I'm going to vendor that one because it's quite high. There we go. Anything else? No.
Alrighty then.
So let's have a look at our group and into our old world drops region average. So these breeches, yep, and the gilded trousers, definitely. Howling staff, yep. Howling sword, yep. Pack runner, and then shadow sage spell blade, and belt of aurora. That one doesn't seem to be that much use, actually. Well, let's give it a punt and see what happens with that. Add those in. There we go. And then we'll go back to our mailbox and pick up those. And then put those on. There we go. There we are. Bags off. Auctioning. And run post scan. I wonder if my interface reset that I've just done is also going to help with my crafting window delay that I had. You don't see the lower part of my screen, so we can't see the tooltip or my action bar. Really? Oh. Let me have a look at that. Let me see if I can fix that up. Hold on. I see. That seems to be dropping down, doesn't it? Let me see if I can fix that up for you. Display capture. Ah, I see. Ooh. No, wrong one. Video capture, display capture. There we go. How's that? Does that fix things? Ah, was that why you lost the chat? Now it's good. Okay, thank you for that, Pointy Name. Ah, so your chat was underneath there. I see. It was that chat you were talking about, was it? Okay, brilliant. Excellent. Technical problems day today, it would appear to be. Poor Mr. Potato, struggling away. There we are. Right, is the sound levels all right? Because I probably had those reset as well. Let's just check those. System sound. Normally that's down there, and the music's up like that, and the dialogue's up. Something like that is what I remember having it at. Return to game. There we go. See if that's alright. So I'll move my bag. Do I have the lock bag? Bag. Unlock. Position mode anchored. Manual. Close. Bags. Where's my move bags? Reset position. Anchored. Unlock anchor. ID bags anchor. Oh, there we go. Close. There we go. Have the loots gone? Ooh, let's have a check of those. The dashboard's up. That seems to be working. Have I had a notification thing through one of my time messages. Does that work? Loots. Activate. True. That should be on. Well, it should be working. I've got a whole load of things in here. But no chat spam. Ah, okay, let me have a look. Let me see if I can pop it up. And let's have a look. Edit. Copy that. Paste that in. Right, see if that works. There we go. Lovely. Thank you very much, Costa. Oh, we're getting there. Teething problems aside. Do I want that big anchor thing? Not really. Lock anchor. Close. So now I can't move it. Right click to unlock the bag anchor. Okay. Let's try that. And then... Okay. That's a weird one. Anchored. Manual. Close. Still want to be able to drag this around. I used to be able to drag it around. Why is that can't go through? There must be a different way. Let's try anchored again. Ah, do not show anchor point. Lock anchor, do not show anchor. Well, that didn't work. Do not show, hide the coloured corner when you move it. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to work either. Okay. Oh, that'll do. That's a minor teething problem. We'll leave that one. Right, okay. Restocks. Let's test this out. Next thing we have... Whoops. I clicked the wrong scene. There we go. Oh dear, teething problems throughout tonight. Apologies for that. I went back to my drawing stream setting. There we go. Right, we should be back to normal. Hey Death Arrow, how are you? Thanks for stopping by the stream. How's your day going so far? I hope you're having less technical glitches than I'm having at the moment. Let's have a look at enchanting. Groups, restock, enchanting. Well, that's new. Ah, we did all the professions in one go. Ah, that's cool. So we've done them all in one. Restock all professions, although cooking's not in there. Alright, we'll do this as we're in enchanting. Binding of haste. And then we need ley lights. So we'll have to switch to tailoring. Let's make one of these on the cooldown whilst we're here. There we are. And then let's switch to tailoring. Well, that was quick. Silkweave braces, create all. Then we want /tsm destroy. Wherever that's gone. Did I type it correct? /tsm destroy. There it is. Switch to the regular one. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. We're getting there. Right, so silkweave braces. Disenchant all of these to make ourselves some ley light. There we go. Close that down. Let's see how quick this is.
I can't use that.
Oh, we're getting the audio from when I can't do something.
I can't use that.
Where's that? That's in system emote sounds, I believe. No, dialogue, error speech, there it is. That's the one. Return to game. Let's try that again. We don't want, I can't use that coming through all the time. That would get mightily annoying. That's when macros are working at the moment. That was one good thing with resetting my user interface, is TSM was really good at just restoring the backup from the cloud. So that was really handy. Alright, going through these ones. I'm going to need more than this though, so I'm going to have to maybe look at my shopping. Right, let's see how quick these open now. Enchanting. See, that was quick. That was certainly quick. What can we make? Trained soldier. Let's make a couple of those. And then the rest is all going to be arcana. So we've only got 3 lay shatters we can do. So we'll do those. And then let's have a look at the auction house and see if there's any cheap lay light on at the moment. Or any cheap... ooh, look at that. Chaos crystal at 139 gold. That's definitely gone low. Wow. And I've still got 3,000 of them. Oh no, 2,949. We've gone down. But look, they've gone below 150. And 150 was where I bought them for. Now, I'm going to buy these up. These are super cheap. I did say to myself I wasn't going to buy any chaos crystals unless they went under 150. And these are definitely under 150. But I'll leave one for luck and the undercut gods. I'm going to take these. Take the 140, the 147, the 149, and these 50 at 150. I mean, looking at that, you'd almost be tempted to be doing a chaos shatter. How many ley light do you get from a chaos shatter? Is it 3, I wonder? Because looking at the price of ley light, oh no, that's still not going to be enough. Ley light's still too expensive, because that would be 45 times 3, 90, 135. So no, it's not quite enough. Whilst we are here, let's look for any more Shalderai silk, because that would also be useful for our braces. Ember silk still high at 19 gold. Oh, there is some Shalderai silk. Look at that, 600 for 4 gold 87. Definitely take some of that. Once we've done the scan, okay, Shalderai silk, what have we got? 600, yep. I'm going to definitely buy those. And I'm going to buy the 2 lots of 200. Definitely have those. I did calculate the wrong way around there. Did I? What was that on the ley light? Good evening, Grace. How are you? Thanks ever so much for stopping by. And I'll take the 32. There we are. I'll leave the 16 on. Testing, testing. Hey, Tony2, how are you? We are live. We are working. We have a few teething problems, but we're working through. Cost of ley light, either hide or silk. Yes, that's my ley light cost was 45, was the figure I had in my head, which was based off of my usual silk and oh, you've been here for ages, but the chat wouldn't work. Oh no, the chat is stopping. Oh, I wonder why that is. I can see lots of stuff coming up. Okay, it's working now. I wonder what's wrong. I wonder what's wrong tonight. All good here. It's not just me. Okay, I'm having a terrible day when it comes to technical issues today. First, I couldn't load into World of Warcraft, and then I had to reset my user interface. But thankfully, we're back in the line with that one. But yeah, if chat's not working as well, that's a real bummer. Let's go collect up this silk. I think we even had some silk in the guild bank that I could probably use to make some more braces with. What's my average purchase price now? 518, 515. That's good. I'm happy with that. So let's go make another load. Silk is about 518 average purchase price. Enchanting, no, we don't want that. We want to do tailoring. Switch to that. Silk weave braces. Let's make a whole load. There we go. Yeah, it's about 515. And you need 9 for one ley light. Yeah. So I usually, mentally in my head, I go about 45 gold per ley light is my rough ballpark in my head. But I don't know how many ley light you get from a chaos shatter. I'm assuming it's 3, but I might be wrong on that. Slash alt up TSM destroy. There we go. We want that up. So 46.35. There we go. So that times, what would it be? Does a chaos shatter? I haven't even got the spell. I don't know what it does. Let's have a look. Chaos shatter. Spell chaos shatter. What does it do? Reagents chaos shatters a chaos crystal into 2 ley light shards. Oh, that only makes 2. Well, that's no good. So it's definitely not worth it. 2 is definitely not worth it. If it was 3, or even 4 would be better. But for 2, chaos crystals would have to be under 100 gold, which is definitely not that. I know what's happening in my system, in my that I want on, and I want loop music. There we go, that's what's missing. Return to game. Yeah, it does change the cost, doesn't it? Inventory's full. Don't think there's a lot I can do with this one until I can sort something out. Don't know what this is. Oh, there's the scraps. Raw elk meat, raw talbuk meat, paired ingredients. These are no good to me. I'll get rid of those. There we go. Try again. There we go. Right, back in the game, doing some more disenchanting. Still, the price of silk is going up and the price of chaos is going down. Yeah. So keep it in mind all the time. Yeah, it's something to think about, definitely. If chaos does come right down, then I'm going to have to adapt my prices accordingly. I mean, I've set my material price now manually because TSM couldn't cope with the big trade deal I did. Yeah. Definitely have a shortage of silk. Especially as I've been using silk for silkweave satchels when it's profitable. So I've got 2 an excess of crystals. Yes, we certainly have an excess of those. Just need to be able to use them up on more enchants. That's the main thing. Once I can get those down, then I'll be happier. And then I can buy and create the chaos crystals on demand. I got a load of enchants to make anyway, so this is why we're doing these ley lights now. Because then we can use these to help make our other enchants and hopefully get some sales tonight. I mean, what is it tonight? Saturday night, so yeah, they should get a few sales perhaps. What about taking the loss and spending your cheap cloth on the bag? What do you mean? Do you mean take the loss of the chaos crystals? But this is the only... This and the leatherworking brace is the only real way I can get my ley light shards. Or are you thinking more the time? Because this is time spent, isn't it? Doing the silkweave braces. This is time I could be spent on the auction house. That's another thing to bear in mind. The disenchant time it takes me to make and disenchant all these braces takes time. So yeah, if I shatter 10 crystals, the value is 1500. Oh, thank you, movie 1011 for the follow. Gives 20 ley lights. Yeah, I'm with you. So those 20 ley lights would be a value of... But it saves you 1 full bag of silk. Now I'm liking this thinking. So I would make a loss because obviously the ley lights would only be worth was it 46 times 20? So that's going to be more like sort of 90, 95, 950. So I'll be losing about sort of 600 gold on those 10 crystals, but then it balances out the number of crystals I have versus the number of ley lights I have. And like you said, I'm not using the silk. Yeah, I like your thinking. It could be a way of rebalancing everything, couldn't it? But I'll take the loss on the 10 crystals. Run it through with your white beard. I thought you said white beard then, when I misread that one. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. Yeah, it's... I mean, I can see the thinking of it. It's basically, like you said, it's a surplus. We've got a surplus of chaos crystals, but we're always running out of ley light and arcana. So doing that shatter would be costly, but maybe then if I increase the price of my ley light to compensate, then that might work. Good evening, Hieronymus. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So, thinking about that further, what is the actual price of Leylight at the moment? Because that could be, even though my mat cost is 47 gold, the Leylight cost currently on the market is like 76 or 98. Oh, you're getting leatherworking to be profitable. Excellent, Haranos, that sounds good. What's the value of 90 silk? So 90 silk would be worth 450 gold to me. Because you're saving yourself that. So 90 times 5. Yeah, it's about 450 gold. Does a bag sell for that little? 450? No. A silk weave satchel are currently at 582. So I could turn... See, the crafting cost is 461 with 120 gold profit. So those 90 silk are worth, in this instance, so 90 silk is worth 580 gold to me, effectively, looking at it that way. And if I'm losing about 600 gold, effectively, I'm not losing it though, so it kind of balances it out. So the loss I make on the silkweed, on the chaos shatter, because of the price I bought the chaos crystals for. The thing you're thinking about though, which is I really like, is the fact that we're changing the balance of my stock. We're using this to rebalance the fact that I've got loads of chaos crystals, very little. Yeah, because 10 chaos is 150. A spreadsheet would be nice now though. Yes, how would I structure that? So 2 bags is 1,100. So it's down, I mean, how would I do that? So the problem is, so 2 bags, yeah, 10 cows is 1,500 and 2 bags is 1,100, so it's still a loss. Yeah. So my use of, but those chaos crystals, I mean, what we're looking at though is it's not just the pure numbers though, is it? We're looking at the difference between someone who's got a lot of stock of chaos crystals at the moment versus someone who hasn't got much silk, and someone who still wants to make enchants. So by not doing the lay shatter with the bags, then I'm repurposing my satchels into something else. The other factor is we could also reset the market a little bit on these and bump the price up of these. Probably wouldn't be able to sustain it for too much, but they do sell. Yeah, it's one to think about, definitely. What have we got? What can we make? We can make these anyway. They're already quite high, and your weight is leaning towards chaos because you have 2 professions depending on them. And it's walled. It's already quite high, and it's walled at 585. Yeah, there was quite a lot of them there. That's 27, wasn't there? So chaos, you're saying, because the tailoring is needing each crystal you shatter is one less enchant. Yes, this is true. It's now that the chaos crystals are down, this is the difference. The way my chaos crystals are currently looking. Where are my chaos crystals? So my margin on my enchants, I mean but that was my theory anyway. Where I'm at the moment is I'm using up my chaos crystals. I've got 2,997 at the moment, and I've put in my mat cost manually at 200. So my margin, I'm only selling enchants that are a profit for me. And that profit can vary quite a lot depending on the enchant. Looking at my enchants now, I switch to that and back. So things like Binding of Haste is giving me 700 profit. What have we got here? Mark of the Claw and Heavy Hide. So Mark of the Claw is 514 profit, and Heavy Hide is nearly 2,000 profit. So that's really good. Trained Soldier I've just made some of, and that's 1,700 profit. So my enchants with my current prices are definitely doing well, because I've got some good ones that are in a good profit there. I mean, the rings not so much. I mean, a couple of them, Haste and Mastery, are okay. So looking at that, I mean, the cloaks are definitely good at the moment. Agility, Intellect and Strength. So my chaos crystals are still worth more to me by making enchants. So my current strategy is working in the sense that I'm making more money. So they'd have a much higher value for your enchants than they would when you shatter them. Yes, this is true. Oh, there goes some more expires. The question was more about balance, really, because I've got less cloth than I have other things. Although I've actually got 1,900 shell dry silk at the moment, so that's not too bad. The price of Leylight on the auction house is currently at 98 gold, but the market value is 73 gold. So it is worth on the market more. Good God. Yeah. Leather bracers, basically, I just use to disenchant. I don't sell them. I literally just disenchant them. To get me the Leylight shard. Leylight on your auction house. 40? 70? I mean, 70's been normal for me for a long time. I mean, how expensive are they compared to the cloth ones? In terms of material costs, I buy the stonehide leather for about the same price, about 5 gold. So it's about the same. I don't sell the braces, but I use the same formula because I buy the stonehide leather for about 5 gold as well. So I keep them about the same sort of level. Lower than 40, 30 gold for a ley light, I'd say. That would be a rock bottom guess. Right. Oh, inventory's full again. Forgot about that. Okay, let's just mail it to me instead. There you are. But you use the cloth for an item that makes you a profit as well. Yes, that's right. 36.6, wow. So you are throwing away a profit now. Am I? Am I throwing away a profit by disenchanting a bracer? So yes, technically I am, in that I could be making silkweave satchels with this. But if I can sell it as an enchant, then it would make more. Hey old man farmer, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just doing some Theorycraft at the moment about chaos crystals. Use the cloth for bags and use the leather for ley shards. I see what you mean, yeah. So rather than using my cloth like I am now for the bracers, if I've got stonehide leather, I'll be better off doing that and the shatter on those, because my cloth will be more effective. Yeah, I can see that point, Hieronymus. That makes sense. As they're both the same price. Yeah. And then, well, what else could I make with stonehide that I could be making a profit from would be the next question from there. So I wonder, you know, is stonehide, or what's the other one? The scale thing. Is it storm scale? They're the main reason you have your leatherworker, yeah. Not much, right, okay. But at least we know with here we've got bags. Drums, but the old one is cheaper. Right. Okay. So I would be better off. What have we got stonehide wise? Thinking Earthen could do with checking on the stonehide leather situation and make some warhide bracers. You could make gear like I do with tailoring. Hence your spreadsheet comment. Yeah, but I don't do that much either. Yeah, that's true, and they don't seem to sell that much. Yeah, so I think a spreadsheet of looking at everything I could make with my shoulder eye silk and what the profit would be on that. You should never see me make hoods or shoulders. No. No, I don't make any. Are you talking about leather or cloth? Because I've certainly found with the cloth just doesn't sell for me. How many laylights have we got there? And known sellers like bags. Exactly, that's a good point, Hieronymus. Cloth, yeah, I don't make any of the cloth, not out of the shoulder eye silk, because my tailoring isn't that great actually in terms of my ranks. I haven't got many of the rank 3s on those. You make anything randomly like I do with the braces and disenchant the rubbish ones, yeah. Hey Mama Kinder, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so what have we got? What do we need to do? We need to look into this further and look at some numbers. But the good ones, they sell for a lot. Leech and speed. Can they have leech when you make them? Imbued silkweave, these ones. Theorycrafting, yeah, definitely. How does that ranking work? Basically, Old Man Farmer, when you've got rank 3, it costs you less in materials than when you've got a lower rank. So it becomes more cost effective. This is particularly true with the silkweave braces, which is what we were theory crafting around. No, not the imbued, just the regular ones. Gloves, hood, these ones. Yeah, the imbued ones are... I was looking at the wrong ones, wasn't I? Just the hood. There we are, silkweave hood. That one. Imbued can proc to higher levels though. So yes, as I was saying on Old Man Farmer, with the bracers, because these only cost 9 silk to make, we can disenchant these into ley light, which is what we've been doing. Basically it tells you for each one. For instance, for imbued silkweave gloves, I've got rank 2, and for next rank, rank 3, I have to buy it off this vendor in Asuna, and I need the reputation Quarter Ferondis Exalted, and then I can buy that. So there's it tells you with each one, like this one is the same, and that's the same, but the lightweight breeches, I need to go to Argus to buy that. So there's lots of different ways you can get them. And some of them will be drops, and some of them will be world quests, which is why, like on my Enchanting, I've got all the rank 3s except for these 3, which are all drops in the Emerald Nightmare, which I've not bothered with for ages, which is why I haven't got the rank 3s in these 3 enchants, which is kind of annoying. Any tips on figuring out what to gather and mine for gold? Anything and everything, Blanket, I would say. Go somewhere where you find it fun, and just see what kind of prices you get and see how many you get, and then kind of work out how many you get in like an hour, and then you can work out what's going to be the best one for you to get, and it depends on what level you're at as well. Right, so what are we missing here? Okay, neck mark of the claw is a 524 profit, and heavy hide is a 1990 profit. Primarily you're wondering which expansion you should be gathering at. Oh, I missed your Obliterum squirrel question. Oh, did I? Let's have a look. I would start high, start at Legion, Blanket, and then work your way down. Oh yes, Obliterum, price on the auction house. Okay, I'm with you now. Let's go have a look. Obliterum, just to add another dimension to this, Obliterum is currently 354 gold. That used to be really a lot higher than that. Market value 602. God, I remember that. That used to be 1,000, didn't it? Is it? How many are there? There's 13, 5. There's a wall here at 460. 60 of 5. The rest are all singles mainly. So about sort of 30, 40. 30 or 40 I'd say. Purple gems. Yeah, that's the real price. Oh, Furry Lemons, thank you ever so much for the sub. That's extremely kind of you to use your Prime sub. Thank you ever so much. Some chef's hat thumbs up for that. Thank you. It's very kind of you. So yes, that's the real price. That's this one here, the 460. Well, thank you very much, Furry Lemons. Very kind of you. It's really much appreciated. You were saying looking at the purple gems, Cossack. What's that? Is that Hesselian? Is that a gem? Let me search that up. Is that a thing? Oh yes. Never heard of it before. That's 200 gold. It's less. 200 gold. It looks like 220. There's 7 of 20 at 220. I would say. What is Hesselium? Where's that come from? Is that from jewel crafting? So are you saying Hesselium will turn into Obliterum? Is it a 1-for-1 exchange? Just going to make these up whilst we're theory crafting. If you chuck 7 of those, you get 11 Obliterum. Ah, right, okay. Right, so it's even more favourable. Is that correct? No, 1.56 is 1 Obliterum, the other way around. If you are normally lucky. So 200 times 1.56. Still a profit if the Obliterum sells. I don't think I've got enough leylight for that one. Okay. So that's a potential market there. Hesselian into Obliterum. If the Obliterum sells. Like you said, I haven't seen how much it sells. Region sell rate 0.54. They give between 50 and 70 ash. Right. Because 354 then, yeah, 13 of 1 here at 355. So that would be, you would be putting it in at 354. 1 in 2 sells. So at that rate, that's not too bad. Hesselian. So looking at that, what did you say? 1.56. So 204 times 1.56 is 318. Oh, Black Mage leggings are just sold, and the Obliterum's coming in. You sold so far 578. 578 Obliterum. And Obliterum's at 354. Minus the auction house cost. Or if I put them up here at 460 or 450. Only gambling with the cheapest. And sell. Why 6? That's an interesting number. Why would you sell a Obliterum in stacks of 6? Because I thought it took 10 to upgrade something. Need to watch a vid about Obliterum. I'm sure you're missing out on something. Me as well, Tiny too. I think so. I never really bothered getting into the market. It's a... Yeah, the 13 here. You need 6 to upgrade 850 item. Ah, I thought it was 10 for some reason. And people hate buying one at a time. Yeah, that's true. No one's doing stacks of 6, interestingly. So you could overprice. You could get yourself into this mark with 6. Right, okay. That's something to look into. What I'm going to do is finish off these enchants first that I've got in my bags. So I need just a few more ley lights. What we can do, actually, we'll put these on that we've got, otherwise we're not going to be selling them with them in my bags. So I'll run a post scan with what I've got so far. We'll do our restocks. And then we can go over to Earthen and see if we can fix that one. Only the 300 at 460 is in stacks of 5. Yeah, that's true. But just try it with 1 stack of 6. Yes, they are in. Yes, I think I've read the text right. Alright, gonna get these on first. There we go. So let's look at this. And Ancient Healing Potion is another one. Times 66.67. Okay, let's have a look at this. Ancient Healing Potion. Okay. If you are very patient and have time and too much time on your hands, okay, probably not. You could also chuck in 67 for 1 Obliterum. It looks like the quantities aren't particularly high here for that. But that Hesselian one does seem interesting. What we'll do, let's try this out. Let's buy some of it up. You make them with your surly seeds. 4 seeds is 1 potion. Right, so then you got the shuffle from that and into that. There we go. So let's have a look at how many of these could we buy. And the seeds are like 2 gold. Okay. Or a lot less. Ah, okay, Mr. Devil. Hesselian is 54 to 72, if you remember right. Right, okay, I'm going to... Should I buy some of these up, or should I carry on with my restocks? Because I haven't got any Obliterum on anyway. You had 54 to 70. Right, let's test this, how this works. So let's buy up some Hesselian. Just buy the cheapest. So up to 204. Let's buy everything up to let's buy up to 204 and leave 1. Way too much. Oh, is it? How many should I buy? Well, I've already bought a load now. Whoops. Okay, well let's stick with the ones we got. Okay, let's test this out. There we go. We've got some expires as well. I only need 3 for 2. Oh, okay. I've got 2 eager. There we go. Right, let's open these up. So we've got 18 Hesselian. 8 would be plenty. Right, okay. I've got 18, so double, more than double that. Right, whilst I'm here, I'm waiting for that to fix out. There we go. And run a post scan. Sam wants to buy the whole market, yeah. Basically, anything involving buying and I go crazy. Right, get those enchants on first, and then we'll go off exploring. I haven't done this before. You took at least the competition a big pile away. You certainly did. Alright, so let's test this out. So yes, okay, thank you for recording the numbers. So 18 times, well, it's 204. Let's get precise about this. So 204 for my Hesselian. Where is it? Here it is. Actually, my average purchase price is 203.47. No, the cheapest wasn't 150. It was all 204. So my 203.47 is my average purchase price. So 203.5 times 18. 3,663 is what we got there. Where's this Obliterum thing? There we go. Yeah. There or thereabouts. I remember it walking past it one of these times. Let's have a look. It's that weird shaped building, isn't it? Let's go round. Okay, it's not here. It's going to be in the trade area, isn't it? Uh-oh. Have you done the maths, Hieronymus? In the crafting area. Okay. There we go. At the blacksmith. There's the crafting area. There it is. Alright. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone. Right. In here, how do we obliterate? Bags. Do we just chuck it all in? Do we have to do one at a time? Reminds me for looking for mailbox in High Mountain. Oh god. Yeah. Obliterate. So we got 70 ash from that one. There's probably a easier way to do this. 65. There's an add-on. Okay, there we go. Oh, something blinged up. What was that? Oh, thank you, Dr. Jones, for the follow. Very kind of you. Yeah, this is going to be... we'll just do this manually because I haven't got the add-on. I'd have to reload WoW to do the add-on. 52. There we are. We really could do with a mass obliterate for this. but we'll just do this manually for our testing purposes. Yeah, you need the add-on if you do potions. Yeah, I've got to think time saving overall for this. There we go. So we're getting about 62, 69. Well, there's a 73. $66. 58. What's that one? That was a 77, 71. That's not bad. 71. 61. Another 3 more to go. 73. Oh, that was a 75, that one. And a 66. Okay, so we got 1,308 Obliterum. Combine 100 into one chunk. Okay, let's do that. Let's do there. 179. What's that leave me with? Is that enough? No, that was enough. I was just left with 79. Okay, so we got 11 Obliterum out of that. So that's good, I think. So 11. Let's not count the 79 for the moment. Just round it down just to see what we've actually got out of that. So where's our calculator gone? So let's do this with a real-time board. Because we want to just make a note of this. Let me just load up my spread gold making board. Okay, let's bring this over. There we go. Where did the big wall where? Huh? What do you mean? Let's make this Obliterum here somewhere. So we'll up this to that and up it to 48. Obliterum shuffle. Oh no, where's that gone? Okay, try that again. Obliterum shuffle. There we go. What was the price of the wall? We'll have to go back to the auction house to check that one. Good evening, Z. How are you doing? We're having some great fun here doing some Theorycraft, and we're on a squirrel trail of Obliterum shuffles at the moment. Oh, Binding of Agility's just sold. Excellent. Right, I need to go back to the auction house. The big wall was 460, yes, and the other one was, I think, let's half back and have a look. So let's have a look. There we go, Obliterum shuffle. So we bought Hessellerite, something like that. Can't remember the name of it now. Oh, Binding of Mastery is just sold. Let's go back to the auction house. You think it will sell for 450? Okay. Let's have a look. Bags down. Shopping, we looked for Hesselian. That's completely not what I wrote. Let's get this right. Oh, Mark of the Claws just sold. So, Hesselian. Hesselian. Okay. So we bought 18 for, what was it, 203 gold, 47 silver, which equals, calculator, 3663 gold. And then turned into 1179 Obliterum ash, which equals 11 Obliterum. I think I've spelt that correct. There we go. So the Hesselian was bought for that. Let's put a comma in there. There we are. There we go. Oh, got some more people in there. Sorry, I missed the chat. There we go. Oh, good evening, newer then. Thanks for stopping by. Web-based Obliterum values index. Oh, thank you, Zergenbell TV for that one. If links are not shown, it's webbased.eu. Okay. Select your server and it shows you what to buy from the auction house to obliterate and make a profit based on the price. Ooh, excellent. That's cool. Thank you for that one. We're doing it manually at the moment, but yeah, that's a good idea, that. So looking at this, we've got 11 Obliterum. Looking at our Obliterum at the moment at 354. Ignoring these, the small wall is at 355. The next big jump here is 450. So I reckon a stack of 6 and a stack of 5 should do us. And if we do it at 450 and see if it sells, because 450 times 11 is 4,950. So let's make a group and let's test this out. Group. What should I put this in? Let's put this in specials. No, let's just have it somewhere in here. Let's call this Obliterum. Let's try this out. Don't appear to have it in a group. Well, it must be in a group already. So we'll need to find that one and sort that one out. So if we bring up our bag, where's our Obliterum? Here it is. It's in... No, it's not in a group. Interestingly. So why isn't this in... It must be in a different group then. Somewhere. If I can't add that one in. Normally it would tell me in TSM in the tooltip. It will tell me the group it's in. Oh, there it is. Selling Fives group. Didn't see it. Yeah. Just caught you. Thank you, Misty. Selling Fives. So I'd already had it in here. I already sold some many moons ago. There we go. So let's put it in its own group. There we go. Obliterum. And we'll make a new group for this. Create a new operation. I'm going to call this Sell Obliterum. Okay, so we want, let's try 24 hours. 2 post cap, binding mastery soul. Stack size to 6. Oh, what's it 8? I wanted 2. Interestingly. And now you're going to make me nuts, are you? Okay. Hit me with it. Do I have primal sagarite? I do have some. But before you do another thing, let me finish off this one. What do I use it for? It's really good. I've currently got it for using up a slot in my bag space because I've got no idea what to do with it. It belongs to this story. Okay, I'll get to that one in a minute. Interestingly, I can't change that post cap to less. Interestingly, why is that saying 8? If I do higher than 8, you can do 8, but the minimum it's doing is 2. I wonder why that is. I'll put it at 10. Oh, let's put it to the number we've got, 11. Okay, the stack size is 6. Allow a partial stack, yes, because we've got a 6 and a 5. Going to take this down to 96%. Now, let's do this manually for now. So we were going to go 450 gold, weren't we? Let's do 449. 49 gold is my minimum price, and then post at minimum price. There we go. If you have the primal and the margins are good, you can just buy Obliterum and make it primal for a fast flip. Okay, this is new, Fairy Lemons. Okay, and 2 things you do with it. You either make expensive high-end gear with it, or you make primal Obliterum from it. At the forge next time, the price at my server is completely nuts. Right, okay, so there's more I can do. Okay, maximum price, I don't know, 1,000 gold. And a normal price, let's do 450 gold, just to complete this for the moment, because we want to get this. Hence belongs to the story. So next time I'm there, but only if I have access. Well, the only thing I'm not really doing anything with it at the moment. I'm certainly not making high-end gear with it. So it might as well be converted to cash. So this is our basic. Oblit is 850 and primal Oblit is 1500 on your server. Okay. Don't know what it is on for me. Hey Executioner, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're on a complete Obliterum. There we go. Primal Obliterum's 2000 at the moment, which is 200% of market value. Yeah, we're on a bit of a Obliterum investigation at the moment. This is a new market for me. I've not tried it. So we're going to post hours on. Let's deselect all groups. Where's our Obliterum? Let's have a look. Where's it gone? There it is. Obliterum. Run post scan. Primal is on your server completely worthless at 585. That's some cheap Obliterum compared to your server. What's yours on, Executioner? Everyone seems to be different. So we're doing 1 stack of 6 at 449, and then 1 stack of 5 at 449. Let's test that out and see how we go. There we are. Got some good sales coming in. That's quite cool. What's that? 16,000. You sell a lot at 800, but it goes down to 6 to 650 at the minimum. Ah. Yeah, it's not something I've really looked into before, but it's... Oh, I've got these expiring, so let's get those off. Let's cancel these. Get these off. You just put in a shopping string for the gems. Yeah. Or I could have a look at that website that we had the link to. I need to go back and pick that up onto my bookmarks. Where is it? Hold on one moment. This one from Zeringbell. Obliterum value. Let's add that to my bookmarks so I can go back to that. There we go. So got that. Thank you for that one. There we go. So we've got that one's not going to cancel, so let's go back. You can buy them between 125 and 200, and then you can shuffle them for that. Currently rearranging all your materials between different characters and guilds. Quite an undertaking. Yeah, I can bet it is, Executioner. But then you need to go to buy, ignore until you sold out, and then send him to do it. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the extra Shadow Song one. Gosh, that's cool. So yeah, what have we got? Ancient Healing Potion is up there. The Enchanting's not. Hesselian, like you said, profit is 97 gold. So that's cool. Let's have a look at this. So we're looking at my server. There we go, Hesselian, which is what we've just done at 97 gold. There we go. Hey, Scorshane, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just doing a bit of a Obliterum discovery at the moment. Okay, so everything else, not so much. And obviously this is not taking into account our price we're putting the Obliterum at. But that's quite a lot, the Ancient Healing, 254. But you have to, yeah, because you can't change the sell price, and that's at 350. Yeah. Hey, Red Ghost, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Because, yeah, Obliterum's here at 354, which we're going at 100 more than that. But it's a good way of at least listing them, isn't it? Okay, brilliant. There we go. Hey, Almost Gombi, how are you? And you really do not want to chuck. Yeah, put them on for that. Oh, is Gumdrop's finishing up, is he? Oh, hey, Right One Two, how are you? Lovely use of emotes there. How's Gumdrops today? How's his stream gone? Hey, this Big Blob, how are you? Are there any options to quickly obliterate ancient healing potions? But it takes forever. Yeah, we were just going through that. There was an add-on we were talking about that might be able to help with that. It's called Obliter something. If you can remember it, Cossack, can you pop it in the chat? Yeah, because the 18 already took a long while, didn't they? Hey, Lurkers, and Red Ghost we got already, and about to get flooded. Okay, here we go. You use two add-ons. Oblivium, that's one. Certainly won't be doing that, Right One Two. Hey, Billis, how are you? How's things going today? I hope you're doing well. Oh my word. Gumdrops with 606 viewers. That's amazing. Congratulations on your numbers, Gumdrops, and thank you ever so much for the host. That's extremely kind of you. Hey Detonite, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Good evening everyone who's come to me from Gumdrops' stream. My name's Samadan and I make my money in professions, cooking, enchanting, tailoring and a little bit of leatherworking. That's super inflated, but your face is a picture. Still, that's a massive number. Hey Lady Eleanor, thanks for stopping by. Well, that should have worked. Almost Gombi. I don't know why that didn't work, that command. That's brilliant, Jack. I love the use of the emotes there. Still quite a few. Absolutely, Billis. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Drop down under 200 to finish things. With that's still a very healthy number, Gumdrops. I hope you had a good stream. How was the WoW Economy wrap-up? I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I'll have a good look at it on when you stick it on YouTube. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nature Wisp. And I missed one that was before then. I'll have to catch that when it comes in on the chat. But thank you very much. Looks like chat might be breaking up a little bit. We had a few technical issues there. Easy Obliterate, that was the other one. Because we're looking at some Obliterum as a new market for me to get into. Do set the checkbox at the top. Is that in Easy Obliterate, is it? More speculation on the Expulsum. Okay. You're both testing it out in the alpha. Excellent. Do I play cross-legged? Yes, I do, Swarkas. Although I've got one leg stretched out at the moment, so it's kind of not quite so much. Am I starting to run? When you're starting to run out of sumptuous fur, let you know. You can go for. Oh, that's very kind of you, Almost Gombi. I think I'm okay for a couple more days. We've been doing the Nagran storyline and getting some achievements through that. We can see here, explore Nagrans here on my achievements here. So we're getting closer to getting our Drain or Flying unlocked. Oh, my leg's still functioning. Just about, Svorkas, yes. Fur farmer too. Kind of. I don't do a lot of farming, to be honest. Most of my time is spent on the auction house. Drain or Flying's going very well, thank you, Detonite. We're in the Nagrand area now, so we need to do all the storyline for Nagrand. Thank you all for the follows. That's very kind of you. I'm not actually getting any chat notifications of those, but thank you, Oni, Ryuki, Agent Sardan, Stun Gaming, Nature Wisp, Unseen. Thank you all for the follows. Auction house is where the money is at. No AFK, you have to chuck. What do you mean by that, Cossack? I'm not sure with the you have to chuck bit. Wish you was on EU. You fly you around just to get exploring done. That's very kind of you, Kayafin. Oh, of course it is. I'd forgotten about that. Thank you, Kostak, for the reminder. And thank you, Svorkas, for the follow. They're just about coming in now. And Oni to see you. Sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you very much for the follows, everyone who's come in. Oh, we've got all our cancels we need to sort out, so let's go and do these whilst we're here and get these in. Big one to be lazy. Okay, thank you. You need to stay with your mod when you do the Obliterum, so it doesn't look like botting. I see, Grace. That makes sense. Let's open all these up. There we go. It's a manual process. No way to automate it. Yeah, that sounds like it would be a better way to do the Obliterum shuffle. All right, let's get all these off. We've got another 13 coming in, so I might as well just wait for that to come through on my bags. Just rearrange it so it looks a bit neater. Yes, I'm on Shadowsong NYXEX. Which add-on's that, Sporecast? Is this the bag add-on? This is Addy Bags. Let me type it in the chat for you. Addy Bags. There we go. So it's really, really nice because it automatically rearranges everything. Now I'm using it mainly in the default version because I had to reset all my WoW user interface. Oh, there we go. We've got a nod in game. Where's that? There you go.
Outstanding.
There we go. Welcome, NYXEX. It's always good to meet another a fellow Shadowsong person. Gumdrops himself used to be a Shadowsong person, and then moved servers, and very kindly gave me his old guild, which is why I have the guild name, same as Gumdrops, Trader Joe's here. Hope Mr. Potato doesn't crash. Yeah, definitely hope so. Right, let's post these back on and run a post scan. Then we can get these on at least. Does it also grab your bank data or something? That seems like a huge amount of slots. No, that's just the bags I've got here, my Hexweave bags. Which is how many slots? However many it is. It's just because it splits them up, it makes it look like it's more than it is. Bear Tartar's down to 790. We'd reset this to 12, but 790 is still fine. The thing we do want is our enchants, because that's where I make a lot of my gold. And the rich purple silk shirt as well, that's one of my best sellers. So I really like that one. And all the other stuff is various bits and pieces. You soon have a new PC. Oh, excellent, right one too. Handing over the Fossilised God PC title to you. Yes, definitely. I'll keep that title for a little while longer until I upgrade. Oh, the cat's meowing at me. What's the matter, Oreos? He's off. Yeah, that was actually Oreo that was meowing there. Cookies must be upstairs. Oh, you're gonna give the beta a try, Ryuka. It's definitely good. I definitely would recommend it. You know, amongst all of this, we haven't done our restocks on tailoring yet. I've just realised. How is Oreo? He's doing very well, thank you. He's big. He's going off to have a look outside. Go stand and Orioles. No problem. I managed to fill in the blanks quite easily. It dropped because of a perma error whilst trying to open alchemy window. Yes, I mean, I've been having a lot of issues which were mainly, I don't think, down to TSM. I think it was down to all my other add-ons, because I've got all the crafting stuff opens really quickly for me now, where it wasn't before. And here we've got a couple of things we need to make. Formal white shirt and black mage weave. Actually, let's clear this queue and just do tailoring. Where's our tailoring? So this is all the stuff that I've got on my restock list. And we've just sold... Oh no, these... We didn't open up the auction house. We need to go back and check that. There we go. You gave up on the Obliterum words. Yeah, you can kind of like fill the gaps with that one. It feels like the profit is greatly reduced for enchanting, at least on Kazakh and Sylvanus. Yeah, it's a weird one. All servers are very different. I mean, well, excuse the bag add-on there. If you look at my enchanting profits at the moment, bearing in mind, let me just fix this up. Go there, and then back to there. Bearing in mind my Chaos Crystal price is quite high. The best enchants I've got at the moment are the cloaks, agility, intellect and strength, which are all looking nice at over 1,000. The rings not so much, but haste is quite good at 700 profit. And then the neck enchants are a real mixed bag, but heavy hide and trained soldier are looking really good at 1,700 and 1,900 profit, so they're really good. It's a hard realm for the gold farmer, is it? That's 9. Oh, okay. Hey Sleepy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. If you take your time, you can take 400 items off the auction house and put in like 20 auctions back. Ah, right. That's the thing really, isn't it? Is getting to know the market. There we go, let's clear the through. Oh, thank you, Agal90. Is that Agal? Yes, Agal90 for the follow. Very kind of you. So we need to open up our auction tab just to let TSM have a look at what we've got on. And then when we go back, it's a bit hard to make gold on Shadow Song, but it's going slowly. It does. Yeah, it's slow and steady, I find, on Shadow Song. On Kazakh, the best enchanting profit is Word of Mastery with 77 silver. Wow, that's not good at all. I guess the only other thing you could do with that is get your material prices down. You're selling a lot of the old enchants like Mongoose, Elemental Force and so on, all with a nice profit. Ah, that's good for you. Crusader 2, yes, I've got all those on myself as well, almost Gombi. Elemental Force for me is by far the bigger seller. Oh, thank you, Ogonyaro, for the follow, very kind of you. Just waking up, what we've been up to so far. How's the Bear Tartare going? It's selling steadily. We've still got loads of it, so we've got plenty of stock, but the price is now at 7 gold and 90, so it's pretty good, Sleepy. We're just going through our restocks at the moment. We went on a little bit of a squirrel trail earlier with Obliterum, so we found some a good way to shuffle that, which we're testing out now. And we had a really good discussion about whether it was worth, because I've got loads of chaos crystals, whether it was worth me turning these into something different to save me silk, and the pros and cons of balancing those up, because we're at 2,937 chaos crystals, which is quite a lot, and the mat cost is about 200. So that's a bit of a, excuse me, my throat's going. So it's a bit of a weird one, that. But other than that, we're doing very well, thank you, Sleepy. So the next thing we need to do is, we were looking at tailoring and restocking that. So going onto our group for tailoring. Now I'm expecting a couple of items. The Black Mage Weave seem to be selling. I mean, this is only a 527 profit, but it's worth keeping them on anyway. So I'm going to move that down, move that over here, and then going to make those bolts, and then we're going to head on over to the guild bank. Is it worth on your realm with chaos crystals? On your realm, I think people are doing Obliterum from Argus gems. Relist enchants, you sold so many. Yes, that's true, Costa. We need to get those back on. Yeah, I mean, chaos crystals are still doing all right at the moment, actually, Sleepy. The main thing, we've got good profits with some enchants. The main thing is just managing to go through them all, and then make sure that we still make a profit with those that we do sell. What have we got? Bolt of silk cloth we need to make next. So we'll go over here, and then bolt of silk, we need to do that. Back there, turn that off, turn that back on, and hey presto, there it goes. And then look up bolt of silk. Did I spell that right? Bolt. There we go. Bolt of silk cloth, we need 3. Queue those up, pop those in. There we go. You mix up 2 squirrels. All right, okay, there we go. Hessium at 200, Obliterum for 450. Yes, that's what we did earlier. And so we should hopefully make a profit for those. Alright, formal white shirt, black mage weave, and the leggings, and the black mage weave headband. Ah, the enchant to Obliterum. Yes, no, we weren't doing the enchant ones because that wasn't a profit. Oh, actually, whilst I'm here, just remembered we need to do food because we've got loads. We'll do enchants after that, but we do need to do the food because we need to do. We sold loads of Suramar feasts. Yeah, there we go. Loads of Suramar feasts we need to make, and 50 hearty feasts. Do we really need that many? Okay. Should be able to search now. Yes. It does seem to be working, which is really cool. Thank you, Gumdrops. And thank you, Badge Hunter, for the follow. The other thing I found was I was having really slow load times, and I thought it was down to Mr. Potato, but what I had to do was actually redo my whole WoW interface and then put my add-ons back on, and now it's a lot faster, which is really cool. What would be the cost to make? Yes, I think for me the cost is looking at that website we were looking at. There's no profit for me. Where's that website we looked at? This one. We looked at the enchants with Obliterum at 354. The enchanting were negative profits for me, but obviously they might be different for other people on different servers. Okay, let's move that back. So food wise, we've got a whole load we need to make here. So let's get through this, hopefully, easily enough. Intermediate, oh there's loads here, so we're probably not going to be able to go through all of these without it glitching out. Let's do those. And then close the bags and gather those items. There we go. Ooh, another Elementium poleaxe sold for 78k. Very nice, right one too. Like that one. Definitely get some thumbs up in the chat for that one. So to make 1 enchant you need like 9 chaos. Is that you were looking at the ring bindings with 4 chaos and 25 arcana or something? Okay, Sleepy. Yeah, it's not one I've not worked out. It doesn't look like it's going to get into profit. What else have we got? Oh, we need some slices of bacon. We run out of those. And we need to pick up some Faranar Fizz. And then we need to do a whole load of intermediate crafts. So this is going to be busy. We're currently doing cooking Niaxis. It's really good for me on Shadow Song. Let's close that down. Oh no, we need that one.
See you around.
No, we don't. Let's move that. Now I can't see my gather window. Close the backpack. Ooh, that's nice, Billis. I like that one. That I want to move, but we need to unlock. There we go. Then we can move that over. And then we can gather those items. I'm still having to reconfigure my Addy bags. There we go.
Have a good one.
There we go. You sell at least 5 a month, so you need to make more. Nice. Do feasts sell for me, or is it better to sell intermediate ingredients? I sell both, Bill. Basically, for me, I'm getting some good sales with both, but the bag add-on's called Addy Bags movie. Let me type it in for you. Addy Bags. Like that. It's really good. It needs a little bit of configuring, because I've got this anchor now, which is bugged out. Let's just open up my bags. Right click on that. Unlock anchor. There we go. Let's turn that off. Maybe that would work better. It's not quite working how I did have it set up. Moving the bags around is a little bit difficult at the moment. So we still have got a load of stuff. We need, from the looks of this, it was more profitable for us to actually buy salt and pepper shank, but bacon we definitely need. So let's go shopping for some bacon and see what price they are at the moment. I had some earlier. It's 38 gold. That's okay for me at the moment. We need 106 anyway, so I'm going to buy the 25 and then I'm going to buy the 8 stacks of 20. I'm going to leave the 3 on, so if anyone comes and undercuts us, they're going to be down there. And then we can get a few of these in. I'm going to buy the 22 of 10 as well, because I want to get some stock of this. And then I'll leave the rest, although it's tempting actually to take that 1 stack of 86, seeing as it's still under 40. There we are. Slightly higher than we would have liked, but we have run out, so we'll pick that up from the mailbox. And then we need salt and pepper shank as well, actually. 150 of that. What would it be for me to actually cook it myself? Let's have a look at my cooking window. Crafting, groups, crafts, switch and back. And salt and pepper shank is actually saying a profit here, so we can make it for a profit, but it must be cheaper on the auction house, because my salt and pepper shank here, looking at this, is the crafting cost is 79 silver and the min buyout actually is 97 silver, so I'm not sure why we're saying buy that from the auction house when I'll make it instead. So what I'll do is I'll make it. We need 15 of most of these, so let's add 15. Actually, we should be able to do the craft next now. We need a fire, because this wasn't working for me before, but let's test this out, because normally I add mine in manually. Let's put the fire in. Let's try this. Craft next. Let's see if the wheel mouse works. No. Okay, let's just try this. See if this works. Seems to be working. Let's just keep clicking it. Seeing as the wheel mouse doesn't seem to be working. Maybe check the macro for that one. Spiced rib roast, koi scented. At craft speed, exactly right. All thanks to the chef's hat, which if anyone's doing any cooking, certainly when they're doing this much feasts, I highly recommend getting the chef's hat. One of the reasons I want that info we discussed yesterday in the tooltip, which part of the function returned the value. Yeah, that's a good idea, Hieronymus. Chef's hat OP. Oh, thank you, Grace. Let's get some chef's hat in the chat. There we go. How long of a grind is the hat? It took me about 2 months, casually. Oh, inventory's full. You warned me of this, Kostek, didn't you? Let's see if we can clear some space. Right, what are we going to do bag wise? What do we have that we can clear? Where's that anchor gone? Anchored, lock anchor, close, move that down. So let's close that down, open it up again. What have we got? You can grind time walking too for the tokens. This is true. When Wrath of the Lich King time walking is around, you can do it for that. I really want to keep hold of most of this stuff. So let's temporarily put some of it somewhere. Can we actually make anything with what we've got? Labour queue ribs. Okay. Yeah. Make 100 feet, you need 15 by 15 stacks of space. That's loads, isn't it? Let's see what we can make with what we've got, actually. Let's bring our cooking window up. Let's make... Oh, our fire's just gone. Now we need little Ragnaros. Or Pierre. That would have been useful. Okay, let's go back and get this back into some sort of order. So we need to clear some space. So let's dump some stuff in the guild bank. And why can't I move this? I used to be able to move this. Alt right click to switch to manual placement. Okay, Alt right click. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. So then I can move this over to the side. Let's see if we've got any space anywhere. Oh, there's a few spots here. What could we do with doing? Don't need all the bacon. And we don't need these. We can get rid of those. And we don't need those. And we can probably get rid of some of the bits and pieces here. Temporal crystals, let's do that. Are my spices in my personal bank? Some might be Costa, some are in other places. They are kind of randomly placed. What have we got? There's a few bits of room here. There we go. It's cleared some space. We've got some sails going off in the background. Obliterum ash we need to keep. That recipe I don't need at the moment. There we go. Pretty empty bank. It's most people's worst nightmare. The mess it's in. But yes, it's pretty full. Nice that I'm filling up for later use when crafting. Yes, it needs organising though, almost combi, definitely. There we go. Try to cook drain or feast with the meat. Just vendor that stuff. Oh, okay. How do I enable a sound for a buyer? That's it's built into TSM3, but TSM4 doesn't have it yet. So I use an add-on called I Sold More. I sold more, like that. I'll type that in the chat. So it's really, really handy. So I recommend it. Going back to our cooking fire, and then bring our cooking up. Let's make some of these. And then we can clear some space. We can do the craft next. Can we do the craft next? No, I think... Okay, let's close it down and open it back up. Gathering, back. Bring the cooking window up. Let's see if craft next works. Yeah, no, that's broken now. So what we need to do is do this manually. We need Barracuda times 4. Cue that. Let's move this over so we can see it. Drog bar times 4. And deep fried mossgill times 4. Then we'll make these. And those. 3, 4, there we go, and Drogbar style salmon. Your auction house is broken for sure, is it, Costa? And then we've got, what else do we need? We're missing a load of stuff now. Gathering, what are we missing for this? I think what we need to do, stop gathering, and then start it up again. And see where we're at, because we made it a little bit of a mess. We had a massive multi-box run today. Releases stuff is removed from the auction. Oh, okay. But Arcana is now 57 gold. That's a bit crazy. But Leylight is at 37. That's completely skewed the prices. Costa. I guess it should settle back down. What do we need? Let's gather those up. The gem chips we need. Oh, that's what I must have put in by mistake. And then intermediate crafts we need. Oh, gotta watch out, these do tend to jump around a little bit. Then back to there. And then we're gonna add these in manually. At least the ones we had. Right, well there we go. Suramar, Surf and Turf. Where's that? There it is. Let's move this over. Now let's turn these off because we did have 4 of them on. There we go. So what we can do is we can add these in manually. 7, 8, 9, 10. Queue those. Koi scented storm ray times 9. Queue those. Labour queue ribs times 7. Oh, not craft. Queue. And deep fried mossgill times 5. There it is. Queue that up. Now hopefully our bag is not our bag. Our fire hasn't gone out. There we go. And then back to cooking. We'll get this sorted eventually. And now we can do some platters. Let's do some Suramar Surf and Turfs. What we can. Labour queue ribs. Suramar Surf and Turf. What are we missing? Storm Ray for that. And we filled the inventory now. We can make some. That's full now, unfortunately. Here we go. Greetings, Ignis. How are you? There we go. Right. Let me just catch up on chat because I'm making a right mess of my cooking at the moment. There we go. What have we got? So I think some of your hides are going to turn into Arcana. So kill bears, skin, cook bear tartar, braces, disenchant, shatter, and sell Arcana and bear tartar. Sounds like a good idea. Tailoring braces might very much lower the price of Leisha. That's amazing, Soul Maestro. TSM works with all your blues from wetlands. Oh, excellent, Raker. That's cool. With TSM 3, you can't see the price, so no posting. Power leveling your characters from your main account to have all 110 for BFA. Well, that sounds like a fantastic idea, Ignis. Right. We are low on bag space, so let's move some more things. Oh, some of them. Oh, thank you, Chubby, for the follow. Very kind of you.
Hey there.
Right, move this over. So we've got some free space in our bag. How's our reagent bag looking? We've got a little bit of space here. What could we put in here? Let's close the research. Move this over. Let's move my sumptuous fur and my windwheel cloth and my those bits into there, and then back to our, well, there's another one there. We could probably drop a little bit of stuff in. There we go. And that one, we've got some free space. We need to probably put, let's put these in for now, and that, just to clear up some space. Some wildfowl eggs and some prepared ingredients and some raw cleft hoof meat. Well, that should give us a bit of space. There we go. Okay, back to our cooking. We've got a bit more space now. Not much, but a bit. There we are. Bill Rosby, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. Back to our cooking. Make a fire. Now we really want to get this fixed a bit better. Let's do the koi scented storm ray. That is making some. Well, that's making some of that. Let's move this over to the side so we can see this better. We're not getting updates, unfortunately, so I don't know what's green and what's red. So I'm going to just go with what we can make with what we've got. Like, we can do some of these lavish ceramuffi, so that's going to help clear up our bag space. Let's get all these done, as many as we can. How's our bag space looking? Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Guild achievement earned. Set oven to something. That's pretty cool. What are we missing? We can do some more surama. And then koi scented, hearty feasts, lavish surama feast we can do. Okay, we're getting there. And what are we missing on the rest? Hearty feast is the main ones. We're missing the salt and pepper shank. What's salt and pepper shank? Yeah, we wanted to add in 8, 9, 10 of those to the queue. So what we'll now do is move our bag down. We'll gather these up. Excuse me moving all the windows around because I've got such a low resolution on my monitor. I don't have much space. So I have to kind of mix stuff around. But we get there. There we go. Visit Guildbank. Gather those items. There we are. And then intermediate crafts we've got. So that should be fine. Let's head back to our fire, hopefully. Oh, we got stuck in the door. Yeah, we're out. What resolution do I play at? I play at something like 1360 by 768. So it's pretty low, but it's good for Mr. Potato, who struggles with anything higher than that. Alright, let's get this going. Salt and pepper shank. And then Suramar Surf and Turf, Koi Scented Storm Ray. Are we doing the hearty feast? Yeah, I think we are. There we go. Yeah. And how's our bags looking now? Yeah, space is freeing up. Let's go through these. Make these pretty easy. Streaming also on one PC, exactly, yes. So it is slightly more power demanding, shall we say. What are we missing? More salt and pepper shank. Okay, we need another 5. Salt and pepper shank. Cue that. Actually no, what we'll do, we can probably clear that one off. Oops. Wanted an extra one on. There we go. We can gather these last things. We want to intermediate craft them though. Okay, we'll stop gathering. that'll be enough. Let's leave it at that. It's getting too complicated. Let's put these on at least. This is the main thing we need to do. So bags off because it interferes with the interface, and then auctioning. Let's get all this food on. These lavish Suramar feasts particularly are my good sellers, so we need to get those back on mainly. Spiced rib roast. So these are all a profit for me now that I've got all the recipes off of Nomi. But the best one by far is the lavish feast, which is a 400 gold profit. So I'm really happy with that one. How much profit do I make off cooking in a week? Tricky to say. Let's have a look. If TSM is accurate, because my graph's gone a bit wonky, let's have a look at my ledger. So if we were to look at summary for just my cooking, the last 7 days, sales wise, that's coming in at 78,000, which is 11,000 per day. Profit, it's telling me, is actually very close to that, 68,000 and 9,700. That's probably largely down to the fact that ingredients I don't think are in there. Well, it should be actually. It should be in the same one. There we go, let's do that one. There we go. Now that's got my expenses in there, which is the purchases here. So now my profit over the last 7 days is 24,000. So that's a bit more realistic. So I'm making about 3,500 a day, which is quite low compared to the last 30 days where I've made 6,400 a day. So my cooking profits have gone down in the last week compared to the last 30 days. So it does vary a little bit. But still, profit is profit, and it's a good steady seller. No problem, Smigaret. Hope I've not butchered your name. Okay, here comes some sales coming in now. So, black mage leggings, we'll take that one. What else haven't we done? We've done the food. Enchanting, as Cossack had reminded me earlier, we need to restock on those. Let's just double check the auction house so that TSM knows. Yeah, we've got all these that we sold. So what we need to do is go on to Enchanting and crafting, groups, Enchanting. Let's clear the queue first. Restock these. Yeah, so we've got 5 bindings of mastery. Let's look at the actual prices of these and see which are the good ones. So the binding of mastery is a 494 profit. The agility cloak is 1,000 profit. The 2 claws are going to be 500 profit, and then the heavy hide is the good one at 1,900. So I definitely want to make that one for a total profit of about 6,500. Now we do need some arcana for this, so what we're going to have to do is make some more braces. Now we were using the silk I've got, but I think we'd be better off. Hey Willy Gnome, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. What we're going to do is actually we're going to swap over to Earthen and make some braces. So Earthen's my demon hunter who can do leatherworking and skinning. So we're going to pop back into you. I need to get some water in a minute. So Earthen's going to do the Warhide bracers. Got the rank 3 bracers for that. I was going to turn those into bracers and then send them to Samadan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, just check my mail first. So we've got some expires. We've sold the leather barding we sold, and some drums of fury. That's cool. So let's pick those up. But the main thing I want to look at is the leatherworking. So looking at the leatherworking, we can make 204 warhide bindings, because our mat cost for the stonehide leather is 5 gold, which is about the same as our price for Shalderai silk. What I'm going to do is going to move this all up in one. So what I'll do is I'll start making the warhide bindings, and whilst they're making, I've got my TSM groups, and in here the warhide bindings has a group operation to send to Samadan. So if I shift click this, it will automatically send it in certain time intervals. So I'm now going to go shift and click mail selected groups. It's going to send the ones I've got, and then it's going to keep on making them, and then is going to after a certain time send some more, so I continually send them to Samadan. There we go. Oh, I missed a Ludi. Thank you very much for the follow. So I'm going to leave that going for a minute, and I'm just going to go and take a quick bio break and get some more water, and I'll come back. Right, we're back. There we go. Right, we're still making braces, so I've probably made plenty enough now, so I'm going to finish that, exit that, send the last of them over, and then we can swap back over to Samadan. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to quickly do my dailies, which is burnished leather, secrets of Draenor leatherworking. Hey Enjoy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Now we can't make any more of these because we're lacking in those, so I'll leave those for now and we'll swap back over to Samadan. You should try to wear a chef's hat while streaming. It has been suggested, Ryuka, definitely. Just to stick with the theme of my chef's hat. There we are. Because I always wear my chef's hat in game, even when I'm out doing dungeons and things. There we go. So, back to the mailbox, we should have a load of mail from Earthen, and some sales as well, which is nice. What have we got sales wise? Binding and Mastery, Mark of the Claw, Binding and Mastery, and Agility. So that's 15,000. Open those up. Now it's disenchant time, exactly. So this is going to take a while, but we've got a few. How many can we fit them all in our bags? Probably not. I expect we're going to fill up everything. There we go, that's full. Okay, so we've got our bags, got all these to disenchant, so literally just using the scroll wheel, we'll run through these as quickly as we can. And we'll just get these ley lights and blood of Sargeras collected up. Yesterday crafted like 200 helmets just to empty a bit the fur bank. Yeah, it can get a bit like that, having to... I mean, I should do that really with my bolts, with my cloth, because I should make them into bolts. That would be... And then you found the TSM Destroy didn't want to work. Oh yes, and then having to do that manually can be really tricky. Although the thing I find with disenchanting is it's not so much the clicking the next thing, it's the actual time it takes for the bar to go across. A bit like with if the cooking hat was, if you had something like that for enchanting, which I think we might be having in Battle for Azeroth, which would be really nice to have something that can at least speed up the disenchanting process. Wow, we've got 75,000 furs left. That's loads. That's a lot of fur. Yep, the cat's come to lay next to me. He's out of sight of the camera though. Alright. Does Dark Moon water work? I've not tried that, Hieronymus. Is that the fire water stuff? I don't know. Would it work? Would it work for Legion things? Or is it anything? Yeah. I wonder. I've never tried it. I've never tested it. Don't feel the scroll wheel as being effective on the destroying lol, except for breaking the scroll wheel eventually. Yeah. It shouldn't, since it's not gathering. Yeah. Gathering in Legion goes faster. Well, that's useful at least. At least you got that. Yeah, my scroll wheel's not too bad actually, Erwin. It's clunky, it's loud, but it seems to go through okay. Using CKS, yes, I've heard a lot of people use that. It's very useful if you're doing something else at the same time. Say you're using the computer for something else, or like you're saying, you've got a second account. It does make it go a lot easier Well, it means you can do something else whilst you're disenchanting, because it is a fairly... I mean, I'm chatting to everyone on stream, so I guess we've got that in this case, but if you weren't, then yeah, you'd want to have something else to be able to do it. Oh, it's not going too bad actually. We're nearly down on the list here. Can pass quite quickly. We've got quite a few Bloods of Sargeras as well, so that's always good. All for obliterating 4,000 potions. Yeah, God. Yeah, doing the potion shuffle does sound like it's going to take a lot. Yeah. Actually, should have kept that up just for this last lot. But we'll open them up. There you go. Done with that. And then because TSM was... we have to type it back in. TSM destroy. There we go. And we can just do these last few. At least this will give us a good bunch of... So what do I look at in destroying? Disenchant value. These are known things for me. I know that the rank 3 bracers, both the leatherworking ones and the silk ones, if I buy my leather and silk for about 5 gold, I know that that translates to a leylight price of about 45 gold, and conversely an arcana price of 15 gold. So those are kind of like the numbers I keep in my head, knowing that the bracers go to leylights, which then go to arcana. So it's kind of like a multi-step process. And I've set my material cost in TSM to be my price of leylight is based off of the average of the price I've bought the silk and the stonehide leather for, because that gives me kind of like a good ballpark figure for all my leylight, which then means when it comes to doing my enchants, as we'll see here, my price of leylight is a lot less. For example, where's a leylight? That'll be in a neck. There we go. A leylight is currently on the market for 74 gold, whereas my material cost is actually 47 gold. So that's where I've managed to make it cheaper. The problem I do have though is my chaos crystals, because I've got so many of them when they were expensive, is my mat cost for chaos crystals is about 200 gold, but the market value is going under 200 gold now. It's like 163, so I'm losing out on that respect. We can make these, so let's start with these and use up what we've just made, and then the ones we need arcana for, the rings, we can switch to the WoW UI and do create all on the lay shatter, and then I'll look at this number for the rings. When that gets up to 5, I know I can stop, and I've got enough arcana. We've got, how many have we got left? 60 odd. I've got some in the guild vault actually, some leylight in the guild vault. Could have picked those up. So my warhide bindings takes 9 stonehide leather, and they go for the stonehide leather I buy for 5 gold. At your server they're 151. Yeah, I don't actually sell or buy the warhide bindings, I make them myself. I'm on Shadowsong on the EU Tropio, although the other day I had a complete brain meltdown and said I was on Stormwind, which wasn't correct. I'm on Shadowsong, which is a nice little server. It's low pop, but it does me well. There we go. 3 gold for your stonehide leather. So what I would do with that is I times that by 9, and that gives me the price of leylight. You were correct, as you were in Stormwind at the time. This is true, Hieronymus. This is very true. It's probably why I had the brain dump. There we go. Right, I'll run a post scan of those enchants we just made. Got all the food that we've got. We probably can do with popping any of that spare food back. And then at least we've got these on. 27 gold for a leylight. That's crazy cheap, Costo. Are you going to be buying some of that, or what do you do with it? Is there a way to see and change the price or TNSM used in determining the crafting cost, profit item value? Yes, Cash Unit Gaming. In terms of like the material cost, what I use for that is I try and pay careful attention to the material cost for all of my things, and I in TSM 4. What you look in, actually that's the wrong one, say for example in my crafting reports, materials. Now if I scroll wheel this will crash, it does last time. Look for example my Arcana price. My Arcana price I put in a bespoke figure, which is the average between the average buy of Shalderai silk times 3 and the average buy price of stonehide leather times 3. Happy Easter, yes it is. But you can do this for all your things. For chaos crystals, I've got a manual price of 200 gold. As Billis was saying, yes, it's basically the crafting cost is based off of all the material costs. So if you can make sure that you set the material costs correct to how you're obtaining those materials, then your crafting costs will be accurate. Don't have an enchanter yet or scribe. Okay. Mr. Grumpyface, thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? How was your stream? What else have we got on chat? Happy Easter. Yep, had that one and that one. And profit simply crafting value. Okay. And don't forget the auction house cut. Yes. So you've got to bear all these in mind. New job's going very well, thank you, Gumdrops. We're doing a lot of kind of like storyboard stuff at this stage, so all that practice with my World of Warcraft creative has paid off, and so my drawing has come in handy. But yeah, it's going very well, thank you very much. Right, I think I've got most of what I want. I was just going to pop some of this stuff back in the guild bank if I've got space. Some of these consumables I can get rid of if I've got them. How do you get from 110 leather to 1 CC? Is that Chaos Crystal? 110 leather to 1 CC. Not sure I follow that one. What have we got that we can drop in? I could do with making some bolts. What have I got cooking space wise? Let's pop a salad in there and a few in here, and maybe some of those. Got another space for another one. Any space in here? No. And that one's full too. Okay, that's all full. Ignis does. Not sure I follow that one. You'll have to. Stream's awesome, thanks. Just about learning TSM3 before 4 comes out. Well, 4 is very much similar to 3, so it's just a question of it's a lot neater and it's a lot easier to move groups around, which is the main things. How do I get my chaos crystals? Do I write in chat or just buy from the auction house, or a third thing? The main way I get them is from the auction house. I've got a little. Where's my little board that I have? Hold on, here we go. So on my brain dump here, I've got a little thing that I did for chaos crystals. Here it is. Oops, didn't mean to move that one. There we go, let's minimise that back down. Let's see if we can see this in the... So, chaos crystals. There we are, let's move that into the thing. There we go, so chaos crystals, you can buy them from the auction house. This one, best way to get in bulk. You can also disenchant braces, and you have about a 4% chance of getting braces from there. If chaos crystals are over 400 gold on your server, which is kind of unlikely, but it does happen, it's happened on my server, you can buy them from the cloak, the embroidered light forged drape, and disenchant that. You can do world quests and dungeons and disenchant any items that are over 850. Or the other good way of getting chaos crystals is to farm nether shards. So for the nether shards, you can do the order hall mission, which gives you 7,500 nether shards, which is about 18 chaos crystals. And then also you can do invasions, which give you about 2,800 nether shards. And with all the other things that drop, you get about 7 to 10 chaos crystals out of that. But the main way by far I get my chaos crystals is on the auction house. Right, okay, so we're going to pop over. Hey Cody XD, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Also, don't forget, when you use the nether shards, it's a good way to find gear with a speeder fix for dungeon farming. I hadn't thought about that, Cracker. Good idea. I got some viewers. I have, thanks ever so much to Gumdrops for the very kind host earlier. Do I have the seahorse mount? No, I don't. My mount collection is woefully poor. If you saw here my mounts, I have 28 mounts. Mainly horses and griffins. I've never been much of a mount collector. I hate to ask this question, but if I have all the professions and make all my own mats, isn't your profit 100%? And if so, how do you get that to show? The guess you've got to put a price on your time then, Kaifin, haven't you? Because you've still got to do the materials. Hey Agent Rusky, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Doing very well here, thank you very much. Yes, your time is valuable. That's the main thing. You got to kind of factor that in. Yeah, as I say, time is money. Right, I need to pop up to Dalaran, I think. Yes, opportunity cost is what they call it. And the mat's value as well, as JWV was saying. And here we go. Let's go have a look. Hey Rulik, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Let's go have a look at Nomi. Oh, still on the table. What have we got? We should have
browse my way.
Wildfowl eggs will do. I haven't got Nomi cakes add-on anymore.
There is no hurry.
I haven't installed it yet since I had to reset my user interface earlier. Ah, thank you JWE for the follow. Very kind of you. Any world quests up that we could possibly get some more bloods from? There's a 6 and there's a 5 and there's a 10 bacon over there. I could possibly do those. What's this? Deep claw. And slab of bacon and call of battle. Legion forces. Could do that. We could do that. And we could do that perhaps. There we go. You can buy tokens from nether shards, and they are always epic. Let's say you turn 10 item A into 1 item B. You can sell item A for 10 gold in the auction house, and you can sell item B for 80 gold on the auction house. You have 11 110s. They send all their quests, res, cloth and such, to the professional team that can use it. Figure everything out by a per hour average as a rule of thumb. Generally won't do anything that gives 300 gold per minute, 18k an hour. Okay. Hey Danny, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, because your time is then worth something, isn't it? Or, love autocorrect, yeah. Are you from Denmark? Not I, Tropio. I am from the UK, from the south. But we do have some representation from Denmark, I believe. From my stats. My stats are to be believed. Right, where should we go? Call of battle first, over this way. It's not really about the time, it's about missing out on more profit. There you are, almost Gombe. Representation in the house. Ah, thank you. Classo Wheat. I think I got your name right. Apologies if I butchered it up. But thank you very much for the follow. Right, where should we head? Follow the arrow. Where do we need to go now? I haven't got the World Quest Helper add-on added yet. As they say, time is money. Exactly, as Billis was explaining. That's the main thing. I didn't realise I had this add-on on. Okay, we need to turn that off. Turn that one off. There we go. Ooh, there we go. What's the chance? Same really, more effectively, more time. Yes, more valuable your time is. You get discouraged by the profit figure because it's factoring in buying things in the auction house. Is there a level 80 dungeon with a quick exit, like Mana Tombs or Hellfire Ramparts has? Don't know, Ignis. I'm sure someone in the chat does, though. Where's our quest that we need here? 200? Where is it? Is it inside? Oh no, it's going to be down this one. Call the battle. Here we go. Click to start searching for groups. Found 2 groups. Accept. There we go. Right, we need to do all these things. And these guys. And that one. I have to give these a bit of extra help. There we go, to you. Loot that, and then we need to do these floaty thingies with Odin's hammer. Dodge you guys. We'll just run around here. That should be easy. Oh, we've got this big guy to do as well. So let's do that. And these, do these need to be done as well? No, that's a different quest. There he is, he's back up. Let's do this one. Yeah, good God, keep. What have we got in the chat? Let me just check out. Whether you farm the materials, bought them on the auction house, or got them handed to you for free does not affect whether or not turning the materials into craft items is profitable or not. Let's just loot this one up whilst we're here. Have I done everything? I wasn't paying attention. Looks like I have. Nearly? What am I missing? Defense is destroyed. I need to do these. There you go. 5 of 8. And then that one. 6 of 8. There's another one. Lost the glowing thing on these. There we go. We're done. Leave the group. Yep. There we go. That's done. Just need to clear this and then we'll pop into the sky and then I'll catch up on chat. There we go. Let me just catch up on everything. Don't forget PoE flipping, still very profitable use of time. Yep, that's true, Gregor, definitely. 200 of the crafting an item will cost you gold, since material costs more than crafted item, then crafting the item also costs you gold. If you farm the materials yourself, yes, absolutely. More gold selling them. So. Max buys the highest price you have paid for an item in the past, based on your accounting data. Ah, okay, that's cool. Lighten Roger, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. Okay, let's carry on with... Which do we need next? Deep Claw, I believe, is the next closest. Let's go fly in that direction. You thought you was already following me. Well, thank you very much for the follow anyway. Right. Let's go fly. Collect these world quests up. How far away is Deep Claw? There you are. Not too bad. Which way are you flying? There we go. Oh, Zlatan, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. Your twink is 101 now. Your auctioneer is now my twink 101 is now your auctioneer. Feels a bit bad when you think about it. I wouldn't worry too about that. Roika, my main is my auctioneer. You have some farms that are very effective and you can't sell all your mats. You have to sell some crafts that net me a minus because your banks would be full. Yeah. I am going to bed soon, I promise. Yeah, there's always one more thing to do, Mr. Grumpy Face, though, isn't there? Although saying that, I do have to get up tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a creative stream tomorrow morning. A bit later in the morning, though, so it's not early. I get to have a bit of a lie-in as it's Easter Sunday. Where are we? We're nearly there. Oh, thank you, Gunther, for the follow. We are nearly where we need Deep Claw. There I am. If you don't understand YouTube, clearly watch a ton of WoW Gold tutorials, new and podcasts. Why suggest Jake Loganpaul? Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it? We don't want this one. There we go. What time? It's probably going to be around from 10 o'clock onwards, Mr. Grumpy Face. We're going to carry on doing our Naga that we started the other stream. Where's Deep Claw? Found one group. Where are you? Oh, you're down here. Thank you for the guidance. Where is he? He's gone. Okay, let's wait. Oh, I'm PvP now. I need to turn the flag on for not being PvP personed. There you go. Time to farm some corium. Let's see if you give me some luck. Well, good luck, Ryuka. Most of them are fooling you. Oh, there's Deep Claw. Quick, in we go. A little bit of AoE. Did we get him? Yes, we did. Leave the group. And we're done. And we're safe. Now there should be an option to turn off the PvP thing somewhere whilst I fly on to the next thing. Most of them are just fooling you. That's way. Yeah, I got that one. And other family members Google stuff. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Craft, disenchant flips cost a lot of time. Yeah, I can attest to that, certainly, Ignis. How far is this one? Slab of bacon. Not giving me a distance yet, so we're going to be a little ways off. What have I got to hand in there? Speak with someone for that. Where was the bacon? Valshara. There it is. Okay, not too bad. Am I still wearing my cooking hat? Absolutely. There we are. Full on cooking hat. Are my Shadowweave masks still selling? I haven't sold any in a while, in a few days. I'd have to check my ledger to know for sure. But they are ticking along still, yeah. You always keep 10 or so handy. Wow, that's a decent amount, Gregor. Yeah, I only sell one at a time personally. But yeah, they do tick through on Shadow Song. Right, where do we need to go? 900 away. See, this is when I'm going to look forward to. Is that one? Is that the one I want? No, that's the one I want. There you are. That's a very big bear. You just ran low on Shadow Silk. Yeah, having to farm it is fun, certainly. You can enemy capes because you farm the dungeon 10 times just to stock up on the silk. Yeah, that silk is a good one. Right, done with the bacon. Pretty much got everything I wanted there. So let's head back to the auction house just to finish up for tonight. So what we're going to do is probably do a cancel scan on our enchants. Would be the first thing I'd need to do, because those are my best sellers more than anything else. And then the food ticks along nicely itself anyway. Anything we picked up that we could do with selling? Let's have a look. There's a few bits of junk. We can sell those. So how are we looking at gold wise? 921,000. So we're almost at a point where we can buy another token. Every time I go over 1,000,000 gold, I buy a token. That's my methodology at the moment. So I've still got working capital. So looking at this, let's deselect all and then go to major sellers. Take that off, major sellers, and run a cancel scan. Thank you, every last copper. Yes, I love the name. Thank you for the follow, very kind of you. Right, we've not been undercut for a lot of this actually, so that's a good sign. So we'll cancel the 17 that needs to go on a different price. Let's try that again just to make sure. Run cancel scan. That's looking nice and healthy. Just another 2. Okay, that's all cool. Go and open those up. Open all mail. And then we can, excuse me, post those back on. Select all groups, base group off, run post scan. So, enchants back on. Let's hope some of these sell tonight. There we go, and they're all on. Haven't done much shopping today, but I think that's fair enough. We got a decent amount of things anyway. So I think I'll probably finish up the stream there, as it's getting a bit late, and I'm gonna want to get up tomorrow, or today rather. So thank you everyone for stopping by tonight. Your company has been most appreciated, everyone. Thank you Gumdrops for the host, that was amazing. Thank you everyone who's followed me today, welcome, and I hope you can have a lovely time, and I shall have a look to see if we can pass the host on to anyone else. Let's have a look. Who's on that we could do? Trying to look for someone who's I've not done before. Who's this one? Let me just have a look. Not sure who this person is. I've got them on my list. Let's have a look. You're going to see me more times. You can follow my English pretty well. Oh, that's good. I'm glad, Ryuka. Well, thank you all. Just have a look at this stream just to see if that's going to be suitable to pass on. Let me just unmute it for a second.
It's Himiko with a wand and pigeons around her. The problem is, if I show you...
Okay. Well, this is a bit of a random one because I haven't actually checked them out completely, but they're on my follow list, so I'm going to do a host to the Ninja Kuma. Thank you, Frodonator. Not a streamer I'm familiar with, but is on my list, so must be one that's been in my sights to have a look at anyway. So I'll throw a host over there, and seeing as there, I could probably do with some love, and I shall see you all next time. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for stopping by tonight. And let's host... Oh, he's a good one as well. Okay, thank you, Algal. Let's see if I can type that correctly. The Ninja Kuma. There we go. Right, I'll throw a host over to Ninja Kuma. So, thank you everyone, have a great night, and if you want to catch me tomorrow, I'm going to do a creative stream, about sort of late morning time, well, today actually, GMT, and if you miss it, you'll be able to catch me on YouTube. I'll put all my VODs on YouTube, and I'll put my new Twitch schedule on Twitter and my Discord channel, and on Twitch as well. So all is good, and thank you ever so much, everyone, and good night and farewell.